Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another Elden Ring build video. This time we're going to take a look at the most broken bleed build out there, capable of 1 to 2 shotting all bosses, DLC included, as long as they're not immune to bleed. This is the I can't believe it has not gotten nerfed yet Thorn Sorcerer build using the new Thorn Sorcery, Impenetrable Thorns. The Shadow of the Erdtree DLC introduced a new type of sorcery called Scadutree Sorceries, and the Impenetrable Thorn spell is one such sorcery. Although being categorized separately from Abberant sorceries, which also produces thorns, they're still somewhat related, as all the equipment that boosts Abberant sorceries boost as well. This spell is located inside the Shadowkeep Specimen Storehouse. From the 7th floor site of Grace, look for a lever that rotates the center beam of the storeroom. Then climb on the rotated beams, and then jump onto a level with a Statue of America and a pathway leading out. Once you're out, look for a ledge to drop onto, and you'll find the spell on a nearby body. The spell costs 50 HP, 22 stamina, and 15 FP per cast. When cast at range, it sends out lines of thorns that erupt upon reaching the enemy. When cast at close range, the line of thorns converge into one spot, creating a more concentrated attack. The target takes damage as well as bleed buildup depending on the amount of thorns that hit. There's something wacky going on with the hitbox of the spell, and sometimes it just doesn't connect. So the best way to mitigate the randomness of the spell is to use it at close range. But either way, with such a low FP cost and short cast time, I'm sure you can see how insane this spell is. However, there's a catch. The Impenetrable Thorn spell is 1. A sorcery that requires 24 faith, 2. Must be cast from a staff, which generally scales off of intelligence, and 3. Causes bleed buildup, which only scales with arcane. This means aside from the points we need to invest in faith just to meet the requirements for the spell, we also need to put points evenly into intelligence and arcane. This makes the build extremely specialized and pretty much subpar when using any other weapons, spells, or incantations. Outside of Thorn Sorceries, I really can't think of anything that scales off of Intelligence and Arcane. If you know anything that does, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. That being said, it only applies if you want a rune level 150 build. At higher levels, you'll have more points to play around with, and you'll be able to optimize the build for other weapons, spells, and incantations. For the purposes of this video, I will show you guys a rune level 150 build and a rune level 150 plus build. For starters, since we're proccing bleed, the White Mask and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation Talisman is an easy cop. This will give us a total of 30% more attack power for 20 seconds upon proccing bleed. Next, we'll use Alberich's Robe and Bracers, which each give a 6% damage boost to Thorn spells. For legs, we'll use the Rakshasa Greaves for the 2% damage boost. This mixed match of pieces boosts our damage the most, but as always, drip is more important than min-maxing, so feel free to use whatever you want. Each piece of Alberich's set, except for the pants, gives 6% damage boost to Thorn spells, so if you want better damage while looking clean, I suggest using the full set. For the other 3 talismans, we want ones that boost sorceries, so that means the Magic Scorpion Charm for 12% more magic damage, the Graven Mask Talisman for 8% more sorcery damage, and the Radagon Icon, or the new beloved Stardust Talisman for faster casting speed. According to the wiki, Radagon Icon gives around 30 virtual dex to spellcasting speed, and the max spellcasting speed is at 70 dex. The beloved Stardust Talisman maxes out casting speed at 99 virtual dex, but reduces damage absorption by 30%. Since we're not putting any points into dex, we'd benefit from either of these talismans, so it's entirely up to you on how much of a glass cannon you want to be. For buffs, we take Golden Vow and Terra Magica for free damage, and optionally Howl of Shiburi for more damage, at the cost of even more damage absorption being taken away. For Physics Flask, we'll make use of the Bloodsucking tier for 20% extra damage, and either the Magic Shrouding Crack tier for even more damage, or the Opaling Bubble tier for defense. Now, for the staves to cast a spell with, we can't just pick the one with the highest sorcery scaling, we also have to look for ones with arcane scaling. Thankfully, there aren't many staves with arcane scaling. There's the Albinauric staff with a B scaling in intelligence and S scaling in arcane, and the new maternal staff from the DLC with an A scaling in both intelligence and arcane. The Albinauric staff has better sorcery scaling when both intelligence and arcane are below 70. so we'll be using it for the rune level 150 build. The maternal staff beats out the albinuric staff when both intelligence and arcane hit 80, so we'll be using it for the rune level 150 plus build. In our offhand, we'll use the staff of the guilty, which boosts damage of thorn spells by 20%. And finally, we'll need a seal. Any seal will do to cast Golden Vow and Howl Shabriri buffs if we choose to use them. Now that we're fully geared, let's take a look at the stat distribution of the build. For rune level 150, with Astrologer as our starting class, we have 60 Vigor, 20 Mind, 15 Endurance, 8 Strength, 12 Dex, 36 Intelligence, 33 Faith, and 45 Arcane. Alternatively, if you don't plan on using Howl Shabriri, you'll be looking at 40 Intelligence, 25 Faith, and 49 Arcane. For rune level 150 plus, you'll be looking to take both Intelligence and Arcane to 80, and then you can do whatever you want afterwards. So yeah, that's everything for this build. Just be warned that this build will make your playthrough extremely easy, and no boss that can bleed will take you more than 20 seconds to defeat. Since the perfume bottle build was nerfed in the previous patch, this is in my opinion the best PvE build in the game as of this moment. Again, I was honestly surprised that this didn't get nerfed alongside Rolling Sparks and Bloodfiend's Arm, which was why it took me so long to make this video. Since I did a video on the Perfumer bottle build, I didn't want to put out another build that would just get immediately nerfed. With that said, who knows, this might get nerfed next patch. I will be putting out a bunch more build videos. The format will be somewhat similar to this video and most other build videos out there. I know it's a deviation from our regular format, but this format just takes a lot less time, meaning I'll be able to share more builds with you guys, and I feel it's a better way to explain a build, especially now that there's so many new things from the DLC. But at the end of the day, I make these videos for you, the viewers, so let me know your thoughts and any general feedback you have for me. Be sure to leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, that's all from me for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.